All right, we'll see if this works again. There you go. There's a nice professional entry to the show. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. We'll see. We'll see if I'm back. I mean, I hit all the right buttons. It just has to, decide whether or not it wants to cooperate with me. I will log on to this thing. Ooh, I'm gonna have to log out because I lost connection to all of my chats. And
Boggart the Great One asks anyone still in the chat.
I mean, hopefully show
At
chat feed.
Magnutius39 said my blind dad always does his best to help me.
I'm doing my
He
best to
cooks for
help
me.
myself.
I also make and design 3D prints for him so I can play board games with him.
That's kind of fun. That's very nice of you.
At Magnutius39 said hello.
What up, Magnutius? I'm trying to get back on
At
the air.
Shmoyoho Clips said you live on Twitch and YouTube.
Okay, that's good. Good to know. Hopefully it'll let me stay there.
Lenovo in 2003 said yes.
All right, Lenovo fan. All right, let's see if we can do this again.
OG said and we're back.
Take 2. Jesus, every time they update something. Okay. This is not how I wanted to start Monday morning.
Tam96 said WB.
WB. Warner Brothers, the WB.
Boggart the Great One said glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah, well, I was kind of hoping you were the only one. That way.
At Jane Welling said I'm here looks good sounds good.
All right, that's good. We are back momentarily. I don't know why I would get kicked off the air. It's not like did I do anything? Let's see. Hold on. Messages now. I am. Hold on. Sarah's saying I'm not on. I am on. I'm here. I'm here, people. Pay attention to me. I can even get some music, like we can pretend they were starting it all over again. It's like,
Lenovo in 2003 said I thought my internet was bad again.
Well, mine's not supposed to be.
At Magnutius39 said I'm trying to make my blind dad surf like you.
Well, it's not the easiest thing in the world, but boy oh boy is it fun if you can get out there and you can do it. I'm still kind of trying to stall a little bit. Maybe I can open up my own YouTube and double check that I'm at least on YouTube. That was kind of alarming. People like, you're off Twitch, you're off YouTube, you're off TikTok, you're off everything. Not exactly what I was looking for. Blind Surfer Pete Gustin, surprise Monday morning breath with the Blind Surfer, and yeah, there we go. I'm on. It's not even that laggy. God, I feel like I lost everybody though. When you're on and then you disappear, everyone's like, all right, I'm going home. I'm taking my ball and I'm going home.
At Shmoyoho Clips said I made a Twitch account just to follow you.
I appreciate that. That's very nice.
At Mulletman301 said first stream O.
This is your first one? This is a...
At SarahCam7808 said you are back.
All right. I'm usually a little more professional than this. If this is your first one
in
ever...
2003 said, should I change my Twitch name to my YouTube name?
I mean, it all depends what you're trying to do.
0over1234 said, hey.
Hey, they say... Oh, I can't...
0over1234 just followed.
Thank you. Should I welcome everybody in again? Ready?
Welcome to the Blind Surfer Show.
And take 2. And we're back. Good morning, everybody. It's the Blind Surfer Show. I'm Pete. My internet connection was, doing good, doing bad. I don't really know. I was on the air, and then I wasn't on the air, and now I'm here to talk to you guys. I will,
At Major Brown 3983 said we must have been blocked on TikTok.
Oh, really? I was curious.
Lenovo in 2003 said we are back in control.
Okay, I was wondering about that. I don't know if
At
I can...
Shmoyoho Clip said I didn't know you did live streams until this week, although I have followed you for about 6 months.
Well, they can't send out all the notifications all the time. We get banned. I get banned. It's me. It's we. It's me and Petey the Penguin over there, or Brooks or Banana, who you guys haven't seen in a while. You saw Nisha last week. I think Banana might, stop by on the Wednesday show. I do believe that because I get kicked off of TikTok every 2 seconds, that it might mess up the stream from time to time. So I don't know. One of these days, I might just take it off of TikTok and say you're just gonna have to find me on Twitch at Pete Gustin. I feel bad for it was like Peachy Cream, the person that followed me on Twitch, or no, they gave me they subscribed on Twitch, and then 2 seconds later I had to kill the stream. But I'm back, trying to make your subscription worthwhile. I appreciate you guys catching me this morning. I'm going to be back tomorrow evening. I'll be back to my regular evening schedule on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Said TikTok is the worst.
Yeah, they ban me for everything, anything, whatever I do.
At Magnutius39 said I'm going to the beach with my blind dad now.
Nice. I hope you have my blind dad.
0over1234 said I'm going on a cruise on Thursday and I'm so excited.
Cool. I haven't done cruises in a long time, and now all I hear are stories. And well, there's like 10,000 cruises going on a day, every day, and they don't all make the news. But every time I hear about a cruise in the news, there's like some outbreak of diarrhea and something terrible is going on. So hopefully that doesn't happen to you. Hopefully you have a diarrhea-free cruise when you're out there on the ocean sailing the high seas. We used to sail out of Florida and do all the Caribbean islands. I would go to like Cozumel, St.
At Shmoyoho
Barth's,
Clip said if you cough too hard on TikTok, it's apparently violent content.
St. Thomas. Cough too hard.
Lenavof in
Yeah.
2003 said last week until I'm going back home.
Oh, all right. Well, you enjoy your trip. I do remember. So I'm a bit of a workout freak. I like to work out as frequently as I can. And even when I was on vacation, the last time I was on a cruise, I decided to do a workout on the cruise ship, and the workout gym was at the top. And I was kind of curious, like, how's that going to work? Like, what are you going to do with the free weights? And of course, they didn't have free weights because you can't be on a bench and having like the boat like rock back and forth. And I had not had any seasickness at all. Like I didn't have any. I was doing totally fine on the boat until I went up there and decided to work out. It was all like rubber and resistance stuff. It was all like, stationary, so it wouldn't wobble around. But the boat was slightly moving, like back and forth and back and forth. And I was sitting there trying to do my workout. So I got my heart rate up. I'm kind of, got a pump going a little bit. And there was so much moving. I didn't really notice until about 2/3 of the way through the workout, 2/3 of the way through my normal workout. And I like stood up from a bench and I was like, whoa. Oh, okay. And then I like the damn motion sickness didn't leave me the rest of the day. I've been doing so good until then, but yeah, I don't recommend doing a workout on a cruise ship. One of the more fun things about the turbulence in the ocean when I was on the cruise ship is if you're going through the ocean and there's turbulence, like head on as opposed to the rocking side to side, as when you go to like walk up the stairs, like you can take the elevator from floor to floor, but there's stairs. You take like one normal step as the boat's going down, and you like basically step up an entire flight of stairs at once. And the next time as it's going up, you go to like step up one, you almost fall on your face. But it's been a while since I've been on a cruise ship, but I hope you have a good time. Let's see, did I restart? I think I restarted the chat lady over here. I haven't put her up on the screen yet this morning.
_fan 2003. Last week until I'm going back home.
Oh,
At Magnesius39 said, do you have a dog?
I have 2 dogs. One of them, they were hanging out with me in here. Why isn't this thing working? Oh, do I have to? I don't think I hit play. Hold on, let me unplug this.
bLIND husband said you're back.
I am back.
Just in the nick of time.
Well, I mean, I've been back for a couple of minutes.
At Shmoyoho Clips asks, what do you miss most about seeing?
The ease of life. Skip the
At Lamidier
message.
Carissasa said, I got the frothing blind penguin soap, so excited to give it a try. I also carefully peeled back the blind penguin mystery box sticker from the box, put it on my journal, and gave it commentary.
That's kind of funny. It's kind of cute. Yeah, we do have. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to load up my.
bLIND Fisherman 27 said, Skylar I know is one.
Yeah, Skylar is one of my dogs. The other one is
At Starfire
Steve.
8742 said, hello again, LOL.
Hello again. Hello again. I'm back. Hopefully, I'll be able to stick around for the rest of the morning.
Sarah Cam 7808
says there is also Steve.
Steve, sorry, yeah, I almost forgot. Well, I was getting sidetracked. I was trying to do too many things at once. Yes, I have 2 dogs. Skylar, she's the little one. She's, when you follow me on YouTube, her head pops up on the screen. And when you follow me on Twitch, Steve's head pops up on the screen. Steve is a 3-year-old German short-haired pointer.
Clip says, wasn't this a useless comment?
I don't know. Actually, I don't know what you just said. Wasn't this Luz comment? And Skylar.
Saracum 7808 says, Pete says Steve is naughty, but we all know that's a lie, and Steve is the best boy.
He's a big snuggle bug. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you.
Anagisme says I have never been in a live stream.
Well, now you're in one. It's very exciting. This weekend, so I went surfing. I was out with Nisha, and I'm continuing to rehab my shoulder. And we were.
Ayazu says the idea of the blind penguin soap is bad, but cheeks.
It's
Veteran
bad,
Fisherman
but
27
cheeks.
says 11 people. Let's get that number up.
Yeah, I mean, I feel
the
like
one says Steve is the bestest of boys.
it's gonna be hard to get that number up because I started and then stopped. I was really hoping to kick off the week with a good amount of people here, but when I get kicked off the stream after 15 minutes, it's hard to do that. So this weekend I'm out there with Nisha, and we do about it's an email. I wonder when I'm supposed to get to work. I'm gonna complete a thought for a change. I'm actually gonna complete a thought. Rehabbing my shoulder, trying to get out there and do the best I can. We're actually having a pretty good session, catching some waves, doing all right. And then towards the end, we start to paddle out, and we'd only been out for about 50 minutes, and usually we go for longer than that. And I was paddling, and my arm started to feel like it was like falling out of its socket. I was like, you know what, Nisha? I was like, I don't need to go out. I got enough waves for today. Let's head back in. She's like, cool. We head back in, and we're walking up onto the shore. And this guy like comes out of nowhere, like totally. Well, to me, everybody comes out of nowhere. I guess I didn't expect him to be there. And all of a sudden, some dude's like talking to Nisha, and then he starts telling me, he's like, my wife's really active in the blind community. I was like, okay, cool. And he's like, yeah, she's really active and a big advocate of people who surf. Do you surf with the blind organizations out here? I was like, no, I don't. And he's like, well, my wife's really big. She has like 200 Instagram followers. And I was like, okay, like I'm not going to get into like a demeasuring contest with the guy and his wife or whatever. So I'm just listening. And he's like, what you need to do? He's like, if you want to catch more waves, you need to get a bigger surfboard, a big foam surfboard. I was like, well, I learned on a foam surfboard. I was like, I do pretty good. Like maybe you just showed up at the end and you saw me paddling out and turn around, but like, I do okay. I can handle myself out there. And like, he wouldn't drop it. He's like, yeah, but what you need to do is you need to get a lot of volume in your surfboard. You need to get a big, like a big foam surfboard, and you can stay on the inside and catch a lot of waves. I'm like, yeah, no, I think I know what I'm doing. It's like, and then he told me, he's like, my wife has a custom foam surfboard. And the one time I engaged him, I was like, my surfboard has my name engraved in it, and it's glassed over. Like I have a bunch of custom made surfboards myself. But have you ever encountered someone like that just they are there to talk. They are not there to listen. Like I was telling him that I know how to surf, I know what I'm doing, and he just didn't want to hear it. He just wanted to tell me that my wife surfs and she's very good and she's very active. And I could tell he was proud and he was excited about her. And I wasn't gonna try and take that away or anything. But there's some people that just like they don't want to listen. They are just
bLIND
there.
husband says my wife finds it very hard to stop those kind of conversations. I'm greater just walking away and saying bye.
That's kind of where I was. It's like these people that they don't know me and I don't know them, so I don't presume to be able to give them any information. But for some reason, they just walk up off the street and they're like, "Here's what you should do," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay." I haven't really thought about
Pikachu
that.
says hello, Pete from Australia.
What
Got
up?
to go to bed now. It's
All right.
11:40. Love your channel.
11:40.
Thank I Red Heart.
Thank you for checking it out. It's I feel like every morning when I wake up and do this morning show, we've been getting a lot of people in Australia, which is kind of fun. I did learn that doing the morning show. When I was doing my Google homework, what would happen if I did a morning show? They're like, you'll get a much larger international audience. So 11:40. Wait, what does that mean? It's 6:44. I mean, all right. So I wonder how long I was on.
Iceland Blocks says I don't like you.
Thanks. I mean, I appreciate your stopping in just to tell me that you do not like me. I wonder what caused that. I wonder what I did. I wonder if you were one of the many people that I went at it with in the comment section. Which I'll say, the video that I posted this weekend about how did I know that Jabba the Hutt was Jabba the Hutt, one of my more popular videos of all time. But it's like my new recent mantra where I'm like trying to get people to like, please try and engage critical thinking and I don't know. I want people to like
Steel says hello.
Use their noodles every once in a while before dropping comments. But the video is doing extremely well, so I guess it can't be that bad of a tactic for me to take to go at some people in the comment section. We are back on Twitch, on YouTube, on Facebook, and maybe TikTok. I think Matea told me that we are not on TikTok. So that's a possibility.
At the ISLANDSMP blogs.
At the Iceland Blocks says I love your channel.
That's funny. I had two. Thank you. I appreciate that. I had one person say they don't like me and one person say that they like my channel. And I feel like that one of the text ladies was like spelling each letter, and the other one started like it was about to say the Iceland blogs, but whatever. Yeah, I have two different chat ladies going on this morning. If you'd like to try and throw in a comment, if this thing is up on the screen, which should be on the screen now, it should read it out loud. If you want to do a super chat, $3 or more, it'll read it out loud on YouTube. That's horizontal and vertical. If you'd like to do 200 bits on Twitch, same deal. It will read it out loud to me. Another thing I was talking about last week, I was talking about tipping at restaurants. And I feel like it's so funny.
Pikachu says it was the same person, Pete.
Oh, the same person. They didn't like me, but they like my channel. That's kind of funny. They don't like me personally, but they somehow like the channel. I guess that makes sense. Maybe I'm a jerk, but I put out good content. Who knows? I feel like a couple of the moments that stuck with me in my life. I told you about a couple of the restaurant moments where like the tipping didn't go so well, and it's like all of my like weird regretful.
Lenovo Fan 2003 says you're a Dio. Saracom 7808 says I think you lost AOND. Lenovo Fan 2003 says no sound. Bogart the Great One says I can't hear sound either. The Blind Husband says all audio has vanished. At Starfire 8742 says
No
oops, no
sound.
sound. Lenovo Fan 2003 says
Lenovo
stream
Fan
bugging.
2003 said stream bugging.
I'm here. I'm here. Jesus,
Sarah
teach
Cam
me to do something on
7808
Monday
said I
morning.
told him no audio, guys.
Oh, hold on.
Theblin Fisherman 27
Theblin
says hush, I
Fisherman.
think he knows.
Yeah. I got up. I should have. It should be back on. This is God. I'm talking about a
At
Monday
Shoy
morning.
Auto Clip says it's back.
Okay.
The Blind Husband says you are back.
Okay, that's good.
Bogart the Great
Jesus,
One says audio is back.
give me a
Lenovo
break
Fan
this
2003
morning.
says audio is back.
If I could get a little break this
At
morning,
Matejabron 3983 says he's working on it.
I hope this isn't like an indicator of how the rest of the week is gonna go. Get kicked off the air, then I lose my audio. This is like every stream now. The audio goes out for a couple of seconds, which is not where you want to be. But I mean,
Angel Free Fry says Pete is back. Back
Yeah, I'm
again.
back.
Pete is
Okay.
back. Tell a
Pete
friend.
is back
At the
again.
other Steel says sound is back.
Okay, that's good.
At
That's
Come
good.
231 says hi.
At la_may_y_Corey_Cisa took $5 through Super
Thank
Chat.
you. I appreciate
Don't be a
that.
blowhard kumquatter people. Being humble is key people. You need to make blind penguin stickers. We demand the blind surfing kumquat.
You with the
At
kumquat
Shoy
over
Auto
there.
Clip says the audio fell asleep, that's why.
Yeah, it's like Monday morning. The audio's like, I'm going on strike. If the audio keeps going out, I very much do not want to replace this mixing board because learning stuff when you're blind is like way harder than just like looking at it and learning stuff. Like all the stuff that I've had to learn, it's taken me 20 times longer than it would if I could just see it, and I know it. I know how to use it. Really don't feel like having to learn a whole new mixing board, but if I keep losing audio every single stream, I might have to look into it. I might have to look into a Rodecaster mixing board or something like that. But what I was saying is when I was in Vegas a bunch of years ago, and I just kind of randomly decided to get the tattoo, the giant cobra that I've got on my arm there. And I didn't know tattoo culture, and I kind of forgot that like basically every job is a tipping job. Like apparently everybody gets tipped for everything constantly, which I was unaware of. And it was like I forget, it was like a 5-hour tattoo, maybe a 6-hour tattoo. We did it all in one sitting, and it's my whole upper arm, and it wraps around the back. And at the very end, someone like brought to my attention, and we were like, it was like the last thing we were doing in Vegas. Like I was getting the tattoo, and then I was going to get on the plane like an hour or two later. And so I'd kind of like spent all my money for the trip, and I had like $100 bill in my wallet. And the guy,
Starfire 8742 says, yeah, even visually impaired people like myself have a hard time with new stuff, especially if it's not friendly to our eyes or easy to understand.
yeah, I mean, and
At
this stuff.
Matea Y Curry Sissa says kumquat is my new cuss word, lol, and yes, I am going to make more.
Jackman53 just followed.
Thank you, Jackman53. I appreciate you guys bearing with me through the technical issue this morning. So much so that you're even willing to follow me on Twitch. If you follow on Twitch, Steve's head pops up, and you get your username said out loud, and I appreciate it. And I think we were closing in. I think it was like at 790 followers or something like that on Twitch when I checked last night. Maybe we can get to 800 this morning. Maybe if I can.
Sarah Cam 7800.
_surfers_audio just followed.
There we go. Blind Surfer's audio, because, you know, there's just so much of that that's not working out fantastically well. Don't forget, don't create. Oh, look at that. Did we get to 800? That was exciting.
We reached our followers goal of 800.
All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Cool. The goal was low this morning. I think I just need to get a couple of them. So, but you don't need to create all those fake accounts. I don't think Twitch likes that too much. I definitely get La Matea La Coria Sisa. I definitely hear a lot of your messages. I appreciate all the super chats and everything, and I've got the text-to-speech up on the screen right now, so if you guys have messages that should get read. So, end of the Vegas trip, get the tattoo, whole thing's done, 5 hours, 6 hours, whatever it is, and literally all I had left in my wallet.
Sarah Cam 7808 says LA Matea, please chill.
Chill, just be chill. Just be like, chill. That's what I was looking to do. I was looking to like start off this Monday kind of chill.
Fan 2003 says I am gonna change my name to SDN.
What would SDN be? Sudden Super Dog's Nose? I don't know what that would be. But I know you as Lenovo fan now.
Yahoo Clip says my Blind Surfer Pizza account is my main Twitch account. I think most are not fake.
I think La Matea La Coria Sisa created a lot of Blind Surfers, toaster, audio, refrigerator accounts, but I'm not sure. So I tipped the guy what I had in my wallet, like $100, and I felt like, thank you. There we go. There's a follow on YouTube.
Fan 2003 says a character from Murder Drones. It's a series.
Oh, okay. I did not know that one. SDN, that's the person's name. I thought like $100 tip. I mean, I don't know. It was all I had in my wallet. Like I guess I could have been like, hold on, I got to go to the ATM and get you some more money. And like, I don't even know to this day, are you supposed to tip a tattoo artist 20% like you would tip a server at a restaurant? And it was an $1,800 tattoo.
Routine?
I can give you that in a minute if I never get through a story.
At James Gardner PZ3RL says hi.
Hi, I'm trying to figure out how much I was supposed to tip my tattoo artist. Like, was it supposed to be 20%? Because it was an $1,800 tattoo, which would have been a $360 tip. And first of all, I felt like I was getting overcharged for the tattoo to begin with. You know, I was in Vegas. I was kind of like a walk-in. They're like, $1,800. I was like, okay, seems like a lot. But to this day, I'm like, I could just tell. Like, I gave the guy everything that was in my wallet. I gave him the 100. This is all I had, like $100, and I could tell he was kind of like, "Thanks, dude." But I don't know. I don't know what I was supposed to tip on that. And the other time, I did the same thing. It was the very first time I'd ever taken a limo anywhere, and it was for one of my girlfriend's birthdays. And I took her and two of her friends down to Foxwoods Resort Casino, which is down in Connecticut. I was living in Boston, and I think the guy charged us like $1,100 for the night, and I could have sworn that like tip was supposed to be included in the price of the limo.
Matea Y Curry Sissa says I am not any of the other Blind Surfer accounts on Twitch. I am only
Really?
Blind Surfer, PG, Sidekick.
Okay,
At
well,
Jax
cool.
5165 says hello.
Hello and good morning.
At Starfire 8742 says holy moly, I'm never getting a tattoo, Pete. That sounds ridiculously expensive.
Yeah,
At Devil's Advocate 2354 says good morning all. Just
Good
popping in to
morning.
say hey. Hope everyone has
DA.
great day.
You missed all the exciting technical stuff that was going on. First, I was on the stream for 10 minutes and I got kicked off, and then I came back on again.
2204 says hey Pete, I finally joined the live stream. It's been ages.
Hey, thanks for coming back. I appreciate it. Good to hear from you. I think the chat just woke up there. So yeah, if I'd done, what's 1,800 plus 360? That would have been like 2,160. It would have been 2,160 for the tattoo if I'd given him a 20% tip. And then the guy in the limo, I don't know why it didn't occur to me that the limo driver was supposed to be getting a tip as well.
7808 says hey Abdullah.
Hey Abdullah. So I
Matt
paid like
Honker
11.
says you were overcharged, but it was Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I feel like I could have gotten the same tattoo for like half the price, basically anywhere else. But I didn't know. I didn't know any better.
7808 says nice to have you back around, Abdullah.
Yeah, what's up, Abdullah? I appreciate your comments every day on the videos as well. So when I get out of the limo and the guy walks around and he's clearly like standing there waiting for a tip. I was like, oh crap, I didn't know I was supposed to tip the limo driver. Like I figured you pay like $1,100 to use a car for like 3 hours or 4 hours, whatever it was. And I was like, the company definitely has to be paying the limo driver, right? That's kind of what I assumed. And I'd been at the casino. I lost most of my money, and same thing. I had like I think I had like $120, in my wallet. And the guy's like standing there looking for a tip, and I was like, okay. So I took everything out. It was all in 20s, 20, 40, 68, 120. Gave the guy $120. And, I'm feeling like, hey, that's pretty nice. I gave him everything I had. Gave him, over $100. I didn't know. Like, I just didn't know. I didn't know what was a tipping job and what wasn't. I don't know. I guess I'm a bit of an idiot. And I was much younger. I was in my 20s. Now I know because I've done it. But I get into my place. It was a condo. I get into the place, and the phone rings, and I answer the phone. It's like, it's limo driver. I'd put him in my phone that night in case I need to get him for anything. And he's like, that was kind of shitty, man. I'm like, what? It'd been like 10 minutes later. And he's like, that tip was kind of shitty, man. And I was like, okay. And then he hangs up. And I was like, all right. And I didn't really, of course, I go to work the next day. I'm like, what was I supposed to tip the guy? And people are like, I don't know, limo driver. I guess you're supposed to give him 20%. So like I said, I think it was 1,100 for the night, and I was supposed to give him 220, and I gave him 100. So then like a couple days go by, and Raphael, or Rafi, the guy that owns the limo company, calls me at work. I had my work number listed with them. And he's like, yeah, my guy, your driver, he's really upset. I'm like, it's been like 2 days, like 3 days. And he's like, yeah, he drove you guys all the way to the casino, and you only tipped him $120. I was like, all right, what do you want me to do? And he's like, well, I tipped him another 120, and I need you to reimburse me. And I was like, okay. And so I gave the owner of the limo company my credit card, and he charged me, another $120. So the guy got a $240 tip off of the $1,100 limo ride. And I was like, I guess that's what you're supposed to do. I guess everybody gets at least a 20% tip for everything all the time.
2204 says, thanks a lot. PhD is a roller coaster ride. LOL. Hope I get better at visually impaired tennis too. This story sounds a lot of money loss.
Yeah, it's
Lenovo fan 2003 says, so Twitch won't let me change my name to serial designation N.
I think Twitch only lets you change your name every, you can't do it like a lot. You can only do it once every 2 weeks or something like that.
Says, hey now,
what's going on? Someone asked me about my workout routine a little while ago. It's definitely different than it used to be. I did it was like 2 Thursdays ago at this point. I did a little mini gym workout routine with you guys.
Atsukai Ayazu says, this chat is so nice they try not to cut you while you are speaking, and no one is saying cusses, hoping that the thing that reads the chat out loud says the cuss. Lenovo fan 2003 says, my 60 days are over.
Oh, so what? Do you get to change your username now if you wait 60 days or something like that? I used to lift just for the sake of like lifting heavy weights, and of course did a lot of damage to my body over the years. And these days I work out Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I surf on the weekends. And then throughout the day, right now, I'm doing 3 different mini workouts of about 20 minutes each, just for shoulders.
Clip says, that's not a tip, that's a rude money pool.
See, that's what I was curious about. Like, but I mean, was I supposed to tip 20% in the first place? Like, if I'd done that, like, I don't know. I don't think that the guy was like trying to super con me for money. I think I did under tip his guy.
At Starfire 8742 says, well, not to mention the fact that if they don't explicitly state how much they want for a tip other than like a percentage, how the heck is we as blind people supposed to know what to do? Geez.
I mean, it wasn't so much.
7808 says, do you swim laps in between surf sessions?
No, because that would just make my stupid shoulder fall out of its socket even worse. It's literally, what's really frustrating right now, the fact that I've got this shoulder injury, is it's like the only thing that hurts. Like, I can do everything. Like my, hold on a second. Oh, it's funny. It's giving me, it's telling me it's telling me it's 71 degrees. Whoa, it's going to go up to 81 today? I got to tell you, there's a security alert on Google. That's good to know. Great. I'm from Massachusetts. If it goes to 81 in Massachusetts in the summer, you're like, oh, that's a really nice day. It's nice. It's like nice and warm. When you get to 81 here in Southern California, we're all like, oh, get inside, turn on the air conditioning. It's crazy hot. So, but what Sarah was saying, do I swim between surf sessions? It's like literally the only thing that hurts. I can do almost all my workouts. I can, reach up and grab things in the top shelf for a banana. I can basically do everything with my shoulder. The one thing that hurts is paddling and swimming. It's like literally the one. And I'm like, what a kick in the nads that is. I finally find this like one thing I'm good at and I enjoy and gets me out there. And I fought through blindness to learn how to surf and get out there. And the one thing that hurts.
2003 says, I got rain last night.
The one thing that hurts is that motion of paddling, and I'm working with Nisha trying to like reconstruct my paddling motion, trying to make it so it doesn't hurt as much, but it's pretty painful. So I only got to get out there once on Saturday, and then on Sunday.
At Abdullahak 2204 says I can't lift heavy weights, say max a 15-kilogram suitcase. Oops. Also, I'm not supposed to as it's bad for eye pressure.
Oh, I didn't know that. It's but like lifting heavy weights is bad for eye pressure. Fortunately, I don't have any issues with eye pressure. I mean, I got everything else going on with my eyes, but I don't. I guess eye pressure, that would be a symptom of what? Glaucoma, I suppose. That would be frustrating. Like now you can't see, and now you can't lift stuff. That's kind of difficult. I wonder what time it is. I believe Abdullah's in India. I wonder what time it is over there right now. I've been trying to reach a global audience by waking up earlier. What was that noise? Um, Something weird going on outside, and I lost my train of thought.
At
Is it
Shmoyaho clip says Shmoyaho said Shmoyaho.
Shmoyaho, Shmoyaho, Shmoyaho? Kind of like I don't know what that username really is, but I like the way the text to speech says Shmoyaho. Um, yeah, I actually had notes which are over there on one of my other phones. Other things I was
At
going to talk about
Sukayazu
this
says
morning.
I'm happy to know take care of your body.
Thank you. I mean, so I changed my entire.
At Abdullahak 2204 says 7:30 p.m.
Oh, really? 7:30 p.m. Okay, that's Instacart telling me that they're going to be coming a little later this morning. Going to be bringing my breakfast and my groceries and all that good stuff, which I'm very thankful for that service. I do wish I've mentioned this before. I do wish that Instacart would offer free or at least reduced rates for visually impaired and blind people that can't drive and get themselves to the grocery store. Like, there's so many things out there that the government
At Sander
subsidizes.
Olivier J says I am in South Africa. 2 past 4 p.m.
All right, so
Tam
middle of the
96 says
afternoon
here
for
in
you.
Germany, tips are quite unusual, except for the hairdresser, but even then they round up to the next banknote.
I've heard that. I've
Saracom
heard that, like,
7808 says I'm guessing breakfast is a mixed berry bar.
I mean, that's banana. She has the mixed berry bar. I haven't been eating breakfast. I've been taking just all my vitamins at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and then having my lunch. I've been very hungry in the morning. When it's hot out, I don't want to eat much. But yeah, if I'm gonna grab one, I will eat a made good mixed berry bar, or sometimes like a trail mix bar with peanut butter and chocolate in it. Because starting your day with peanut butter and chocolate, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Someone was talking about tipping. Oh yeah. No, I did not forget anything with Instacart. Oh, that's what I was. Hold on, I got two things in my head at once. Instacart. Yeah, the government like subsidizes so many things for so many people, and just I know it's hard. Fortunately, I have a job, I have a living, I make money.
1 says try eating something cold like a smoothie.
I mean, that's probably a
Fedlin
good
Fisherman
idea.
27 says right like they give food stamps to the poor and homeless.
Right, but and it's very difficult for blind people. I mean, this is things, and
At
thankfully.
Sukayazu says your global audience time thing is so smart actually why do people not do that more and by the way I'm from Egypt it's 5 p.m.
Oh wow, Egypt. I don't think you've ever told me you're from Egypt before. That's kind of cool. That yeah, we got like a ton of international people in this morning stream. Honestly, like I think a lot of streamers don't intentionally go for a global audience because they're trying to sell the products of everybody that they've got partnerships with, and most companies only want to sell to an American audience. I also only sell Blind Penguin soap to the United States and Canada, but I also like trying to reach as many people as possible. So I actually thought it would be cool to reach out and do an international audience. But it is kind of funny if you are trying to sell your channel to an advertiser. They're like, well, what percentage of your audience is United States based? They want it to be like 70% at least or 80%. So they actually see it as a detriment if a lot of people from other parts of the country are watching your video, or not so much a detriment, but it's bad if it's not as American focused. But me, I think it's super cool. We got people in Egypt and Germany and South Africa this morning. We had Israel last week. We get Australia a lot in the morning. Like, I think that's super cool. I get to sit here in Southern California and yap at you guys, and all around the world people get to consume it. I think that's super cool and fun. But yeah, it's so hard as a blind
Lenovo
person to
fan
like.
2003 says I can change my name to serial designation N.
So is that what SDN is? Serial designation? I mean, I don't know if that's I kind of like Lenovo fans. I've gotten
At
to know you.
Abdullahak 2204 says I want the plushie.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Instacart, 3 minutes ago. Gmail. Now, Jordan Williams. Regarding. Updated question. IP.
Huh.
This is a great tip. I've sent your idea about the TTS browser source to the right team to see what they can implement. I am so glad you're noticing the
Cool.
Twitch. That's button.
That's my Twitch partner right there. I was talking to him about being able to, as I'm trying to like reward people for watching Twitch. Pete Gustin is the username over there. PETEGUSTIN. I was talking about like I've got the ability to put up all the chats on the screen at once right here. I was trying to see if I could do like a special Twitch one on the screen with a special voice, so I could, because I don't know which platform. Like, you guys can see it if you are of the sighted variety. You guys can look on the screen.
3983 says we all want to get the penguin plush.
Is that true? Like, would you guys? I don't know, maybe I should do like pre-orders for it or something. Because I don't. I'm already out so much money on the blind penguin soap. And I'm not looking for like feel bad for me or anything. It's I'm trying to start a business, and when you start a business, you outlay a lot of money. So I outlaid a lot of money to get the soap and the bottles and the stickers and everything. And I just don't feel like digging a deeper hole trying to get the plushy penguins as well, because they're probably. I do feel like they'd be like $40 a piece, which is kind of a lot for a plushie. Although I will say, this one is so soft. He's like super fun to hug. He's definitely
Adma
he's definitely a
3983 says we all want to get the penguin plush.
he's definitely a
At
squish
Sandra
buddy.
Olivier J says yes, it's great. The
All
guard
right.
the
I mean,
one says wait till you sell more soap, don't go bankrupt.
that's what I think. That's
At
what I think I'm gonna
Shoyaho
do.
Clip says I want the plushie.
I think I've also got like a line of clothing. I mean, that sounds more grand than it is. I have some peel to reveal clothes like T-shirts and stuff that I
Saracom
want to sell in September.
7808 says rubber chicken got completely kicked to the curb.
He did. Sam the chicken is no longer part of the show. I mean, he was fun, but he was also kind of creepy
At
and weird.
Shoyaho Clip says I want it.
And he was also super annoying. Like, every time you touch Sam the chicken, he'd be like, made that
Morse
terrible
Runner says
noise.
what you stream at.
What you stream at? I stream at 6,000 kbps, kilobits per second, I guess. I'm not entirely sure that's what you were asking. I'm streaming on Twitch, I'm streaming on YouTube, I'm streaming on Facebook, and I'm not entirely sure if we're on TikTok anymore. I think I got booted off of TikTok for saying something like dag nabbit, whatever words they decide. Oh, I keep cutting myself off. Talking about
Instacart says
Instacart.
it was hilarious that Brooks got the lowest rating in your survey on YouTube as to which host to kick off.
I felt so bad about that. So I was basically anticipating getting rid of Sam the chicken, and also I was having a really hard time with the collars. Like, I kept getting people that were.
3983 says his shirts are amazing.
I'm actually really excited to launch. I needed to focus on one thing at a time. This is advice I should take for when I'm trying to talk and do this show. But Matea, she bought a blind surfer happy sun, or hand-drawn happy sun shirt, and then she got a find a way shirt. And I have peel to reveal clothing that's going to be coming soon, but I needed to like focus on one thing at a time. So we're doing this soap. Like I said, Banana's back. She put together a bunch of boxes. So if you guys want to get them, now's a good time, because we actually have some stock. And then I think I'll release the shirts and hat out in like September, because I think it's kind of fun or funny to have like clothing on that says peel to reveal. There's like a little double entendre there. And even Banana was like, I should definitely wear one of those shirts, because if you have a banana peel to reveal shirt, I was like, oh, I didn't even think of that. That is pretty clever. And to finally finish my thought about food shopping, like going to the grocery store when you're blind. Like, can you imagine that? Can you imagine walking into your local grocery store and not being able to see and trying to find all the stuff that you're supposed to get? Like, it's impossible. I mean, it's not like impossible. It's impossible. I remember when I was visually impaired, I used to go and I would literally just walk up and down the aisle, and I'd go to the same exact spot and hope that, Frosted Mini Wheats is still in the same spot. And usually it is. But every once in a while, they'd move stuff around, and I'd come home with like Lucky Charms. Like, damn it, I thought I got life. Or, I'd be I would like sniff the bagel bags. I remember like I could find the bagels. I'm like, oh, that's an everything bagel, which has onions in it. And then I'd try and sniff the one that had like the least smell. I'm like, I don't know, this one's either blueberry or plain. I couldn't quite tell. And, that's if I can even get to the grocery store. So being blind and trying to grocery shop is so effing hard. But they have the services out now. There's like a lot of grocery stores that will deliver on their own. But then you've got Instacart and stuff like
one
that.
says now you can do Walmart pickup. It makes things easier.
Yeah, so you can do that too. You can do Walmart pickup, or you can do Walmart delivery. and if you can't get to the store, if you're blind and you don't drive, like I feel for a lot of people. Like I've definitely set myself up in a good way. I've got a good support system. I've got Banana. I've got a job. I've got money. I can afford Instacart and all that stuff. But like, God forbid the government takes I don't do politics here, but I think I can get a pass on this one. Like, God forbid they're given support
Saracom
and
7808 says I'm subscribed to every delivery service.
I am too, and it's great. It's awesome that I can actually get stuff to my house. But a lot of people can't afford that, and I see that in the comment section / hear that in the comment section all the time. A lot of people are like, I can't afford to do Instacart because not only if I get like $100 worth of groceries, then it's like then they have the fee, like a $10 delivery fee, and then you're supposed to tip the guy, and then it's like 120, and a lot of people can't afford that extra stuff. So I think it's crazy that the government has not decided to step in
Clip
and
says, what's your
help
favorite
people out
music?
a little bit.
At Abdullahak 2204 says, today there was a presentation in one of the rooms at the lecture hall complex and I was walking here and there to see the room number and people had to tell me that was awkward.
Well, yeah, I mean, I definitely went through that when I was in college trying to find the room numbers. And then because I didn't look blind in college, the whole what does blind look like? Well, I didn't look blind back then apparently. And I didn't have a blind guy cane. And people would look at me so weird, or they would even respond to me so weird when I was like trying to like look and like if I could like jump up. I actually did a video. I used to like jump up into the door
says,
jam.
I have to go now.
All right. Well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Sorry we had issues getting started this morning. I still feel bad about that. That was a bit of a kick in the nuts for me to try and start and have it get kicked off like that. But I used to jump up into the door jam and like try and look at the number on the door. Now every time I'm getting a message, I'm like, oh no. Hey, that's very
Lenovo
nice.
fan 2003 says, gotta help
Somebody.
my grandma.
We'll see. Hey, thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. Joe just bought a box of blind penguin soap. We're gonna get that out today. Actually, we got a pickup coming, so that'll get right in the mail. Appreciate that. That's very nice of you. And it is. I feel like everybody's been having so much fun with it. I feel good about it. But yeah, like if I couldn't like get on my tippy toes or jump up in the door jam and get my face close enough to the room number. And why do room numbers for classrooms in college have to be written above the damn door to begin with? That used to drive me
Clip
nuts.
says, you're fine with the tech issues. It happens. We don't mind.
Well, I don't think I think the streams and the algorithms.
3983 says, my friend wanted tomatillos and told her it would be $18 for 30 of them.
What are tomatillos? I feel like $18 for 33 of anything is kind of expensive. But I don't know what tomatillo. Oh, tomatoes. Was that tomatoes? Did she want 18 tomatoes? And why would she want so many tomatoes? And if you want tomatoes, just ask Banana. We've got this like tomato plant in the side yard that she's literally tried to get rid of because she doesn't like tomatoes. The way that I don't do well with onions, she doesn't like tomatoes.
Scorpio
and she
Bro
keeps
says,
trying
the
to.
font made me chuckle, so now I stopped in and now I'm commenting. So good job and thank you, XD.
I wonder what font there is. I wonder what. All right, so whatever, I'll say thanks to the god of the font, whatever it was. I'm glad that it was able to bring you in. Thanks for stopping by. I'm continuing to try and finish my thoughts about classrooms.
At Salmon says, have you ever watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
I have not watched that or heard that
At Salmon
or heard
says, wait a
of it.
sec.
Yeah, well, I mean, you said watch, but I can watch TV. It
At
doesn't mean I
Salmon
see
says,
it.
MVM.
I can point my head at a screen. I listen to a lot of TV. Banana and I finally finished because she went away on vacation while
Saracom
the finale came out.
says, I make lots of things with tomatoes and buy like 40 at a time.
Whoa.
At Backenman 0737 says, what mic is that?
We have tons of tomatoes. This mic is the Audix PDX 720 Signature Series. It actually it's the Signature Series because it has my name engraved in it. They did that for me. And then this one right here is one of my voice. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I can't activate it. When I had to restart you won't be able to hear it. I had to reactivate something over there, and I didn't turn on the phantom power. This is a Neumann TLM 103. That's one of my voiceover microphones. But people are like, hey, I like the way you sound in that microphone. I'm going to get that microphone. I was like, yeah, but you won't sound the way I sound because we have different voices. But yeah, this, and I'm also told, I have no lights on in here today, so I actually have no idea how this looks to you guys, but I'm told that this microphone, I think it's gold. Actually, I don't know what part of it's gold. I don't know whether the foil is gold or the housing is gold. But I think I was told that it is gold and red. if memory serves. And then the one
The
that
Garth Agreed one says
Brooks,
that is the benefit of having a garden. We have had a ton of tomatoes this year. We are overflowing with cucumbers.
cucumbers, I love. I'm a big. If I get a sub, like whatever sub I'm ordering, like if I get an Italian sub or like I like to put
Fedlin Fisherman
cucumbers
27
on
says, have you
everything.
seen the guy that skates and is blind? At Woven
Yeah,
Skate says, hi from Australia, love you.
what's up in Australia? This thing feeds me to a lot of people in Australia. Another guy in Australia went to bed like a half hour ago. It was like 11:40. He's like, it's late. I'm going to bed. The guy who skates and is blind, like, yeah, if you watch my channel, I've done
At the Scorpio Bro
videos
says,
with
right
him.
blind, ha ha ha. So the first letter of words is
What up?
uppercase, but it looks like you had caps lock on when you typed it, ha 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 ha. At
Oh,
Backenman
well,
0737 says, housing is black, Einer is gold. At I was born in
oh,
1970
oh.
says, can you see?
I didn't know what was going on. Housing is black. Okay, so I thought someone told me it was red. So this part is black, and then the inside is gold. And yes, if you're talking about there's two blind skater guys. I mean, there's more than two, but there's two popular ones on social media. One of them is Dan Mancina, and the other one is Anthony Ferraro. And I have done videos with both of those guys. They've actually been here, right here, like in this room. We have hung out together and we skateboarded outside together. I did not get Anthony to surf with me. A couple months after Anthony came out here, Molly Burke came and she learned to surf with me. We had a lot of fun out in the water, and I learned a lot from her. Like I didn't grow up. I
Fedlin
was
Fisherman
visually
27 says, he
impaired.
says, one love.
Yeah, that's Anthony. That's Anthony Ferraro. His thing is One Love, which is also Bob Marley's thing, and it's also isn't there like a fast food chain like Sonic? I don't know. There's some fast food chain, and I feel like their slogan is One Love as well. I don't have a thing
At
that I
Sander
don't have a
Olivier J says, hello
catchphrase.
to Australia. Woven Spade. I just
Wha-
learned how to play the didgeridoo today.
You did. It's like this. It's like that's a didgeridoo. See, I just learned how to play it, but I didn't actually have to use it. I just used my mouth. Yeah, I don't have like a catchphrase. I don't finish my videos with, I have find a way. Find a way is like my slogan, my motto. It's how I live my life. But I don't like finish out I don't finish out my videos going find a way. Oh, I got the craziest. She's not here this morning.
At Abdullah Hack
Lola
2204 says, I wanted to meet all you blind and visually impaired content creators one day. At Woven
I
Skate
mean,
says, it is definitely late here. I should be sleeping, haha.
well,
At the
I didn't
Scorpio
sleep
Bro
at
says,
all
voice
last
acting
night.
W. Fedlin Fisherman 27
Thank you.
says, you should try one.
A didgeridoo. I don't know if Abdullah. I don't know if you'll be able to get all of us blind creators all in one place at the same time. But I mean, there were three of us here, and then Molly came down a couple weeks later.
39 says hi.
What up, Magnusius? That's a new name. Hadn't heard that
Fedlin
one
Fisherman
yet. So thanks
27
for
says a
popping in, saying
catchphrase.
hi. Oh, I should try a catchphrase. I don't know if I need a catchphrase. Steve Urkel from back in the 90s.
The Blind
Can
husband
I
says, Blind
do
Streamer
that?
University in San Diego, California 2027.
There's a blind streamer university.
The Garth Agreed one
You're
says,
kidding
I
me.
feel your pain. I struggled to sleep too. At Magnusius
I
39
had-
says hi.
Hi again, Magnusius. You said hi before. I said hi to you. Hello, hello, hello. That's you getting you get a double hi. Is that a real thing? Blind streamer university?
The Blind
I
husband
know
says
that
there is
Twitch
not,
gone.
but I'm just making one out for
Okay.
next year.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that seems extraordinarily niche. Like how many blind
At
streamers are? There's
Magnusius
probably more than I
39
think.
says, I am the one with the blind dad.
Oh, you were here earlier. Sorry. I got a little distracted earlier as the chat was rolling, and then I was realizing I was getting kicked off the internet, and then my audio was
At the
crapping out
Scorpio
and all
Bro
that
says,
stuff.
if you all get together, do it at a bouncy house.
I did. Have you guys seen my bouncy house video? Brooks said that was one of his favorite like visual ones. He said he loved watching the bouncy house one because there was like a lot of colors. But for me, being in the bouncy house was so effing scary.
At Lost
Like,
Soul
you know, bouncy- if it-
2225 says, may Allah protect you, brother.
All right, I was
At
in the bouncy
0737
house.
says, I'm also blind but only in one eye and I also surf.
Cool, a half blind surfer, which means you're half sighted as well. If I could
Angel
have one
35
eye
says,
out
bouncy
there,
house horror.
that'd be awesome.
Sarah
Yeah, bouncy house is.
7800.
Oh, and of course, I accidentally.
7808 said bouncy house video was so fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed that one. Like, if I was in a bouncy house by myself, Like if I was just in there and I knew there was nobody else and I could like run
Devlin
wild.
Fisherman 27 said Allah is a false prophet.
All right, we're not doing that here. If I could like bounce off the walls on my own, like that would be fun. But I knew there was tons of people in there, and everybody was like not very sure-footed. And I know there's a lot of kids, and I'm not like the hugest human being in the world, but I'm a lot bigger than a little kid. And so that entire episode, like my life is just episodes of YouTube. That entire day, as we were in the bouncy house, I was petrified that I was gonna like smash into a kid. There was one point when I jumped up and like smushed down a wall, and there was a whole family on the other side of the wall, and I didn't know they were there. I had no idea. And Brooks had fun and Banana had fun. I did have fun, but I was also just like on high alert for like 2 hours, however long we were in there. I was just like totally like, please don't hit anybody, please don't hit anybody, please don't hit anybody. I was like covered in sweat by the time we got out of there because it was hot and I was being active, but I was also like so nervous. I was like, please don't let me hit anybody. I think if you put a bunch of blind people in a bouncy house together, that would be terrible. There was an event this weekend right down the street from me. I didn't even know about it. It happened on Saturday. It was
At Tucker B2W said genuine question.
Yes.
If you imagine stuff, can you see what you're thinking about,
Yes.
if that makes any sense?
Yes, 100%. I didn't know that people. What is that?
Flexicofen just raided with 1 viewers.
Oh, well, thank you for coming. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. Bringing you. I don't think I'd heard that. Oh, I think LT raided me once with a couple of people. I am supposed to, at the end of the stream, raid and send people over to another channel, but I can't figure out how to do it when I'm by myself. So maybe when Brooks is here on Wednesday, we can do a raid. But thank you for coming over and doing the raid here. I do appreciate that. What the heck was I just talking about? I am the worst at remembering. I can't like keep my train of thought. I was talking about bouncy houses. I don't know. At the end of the bouncy house day, I 100%.
Sarah
Sarakam 7808 just cheered 200 bits.
Thank you, Sarah.
Trying to start a hype train.
Well, I mean, it might be a little late in the game for a hype train.
at Magnesius39 said, do you have a guide dog?
I did.
My fat has one.
I had Superdog, and then we got Steve, and we tried to train him up, and he just ended up being a complete psycho with
At
ADD.
Magnesius39 asks, when do you stream?
Right now, I'm streaming right now. Tomorrow, I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to try and get in here around 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific time tomorrow, and then same thing on Wednesday, 6 p.m. Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday, probably. I'm still trying to nail down the schedule. The mornings have been. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Don't you love that? Don't you love that when you get those messages, those emails? It's like, this is an official notice from Meta. Your account is being suspended. Click right here, right now. Give us all your information and your credit card, and then we'll get it back online. Like, I don't know how many people fall for those things. But I get those.
Snowwolf4134 said, hey dude, will
Hey.
you make another song? I really loved that song. It helps get through life and not give up.
I'm glad you like that song. Right after I wrote that song, like, I need to be like, this
At
sounds.
Lost Soul 2225 said, when you think of something, do you vividly
right,
imagine
that's what they were talking about. I didn't know that people. Thank you for asking that again. Like, yeah, I can like close my eyes and think about like I say close my eyes. It's like it's like part of the process. Like close, open, doesn't really matter. But like, if I want to like go back in time, I can remember like what my grandparents' house in Cape Cod looked like. I can picture the siding, the shingles on the side, and the green bush out front with the blueberries and the rock path with the seashells mixed into it. And I can definitely imagine all that stuff. I thought, why do I keep getting misses? Oh no. My Celsius is getting replaced on Instacart, which means I won't have my energy drink for the week. Yeah, am I going to get replaced with what? Oh, all right. So he replaced the one variety pack with another variety pack. That's cool. But yeah, I can totally like picture all the stuff in my head that I try to remember. Then, and I thought that was something that everybody could do. Banana Brooks and I were talking about this. There's a disease or a condition or something where people can't, like, apparently they can't imagine stuff in their head. They can't picture stuff in their head. I'm like, holy hell, that's weird. Like, thank God that's not me, because I had at least a portion of my life where I could see stuff. and I put all that stuff in my head. And so now when people talk about like, a pretty sunset or, a green car, like, you can pretty much mention almost anything to me and I can conjure up an image of it. Now, whether it's going to be correct or not, I don't know, but I can definitely picture stuff in my noggin. What time is it? It's 7:25. I'll stick around for a few more minutes. I feel like for some reason, I feel like Fridays and Mondays have been a little bit slow. Either that or, maybe I just suck. I don't know.
At Magnesius39 said YouTube is like 1 minute late.
At Magnesius39 says YouTube is like 1 minute late.
Yeah, YouTube does that. YouTube, Twitch is almost as real time gets. I don't know about Facebook. I think TikTok is.
One says, have you ever listened to Kitboga? He wastes scammers' time and makes them furious. It's called scam baiting.
No, but that's.
The Scorpio Bro says, I have that. I close my eyes and it's just blank dark. I have dreams though.
Really? So you can't picture stuff in your head. Like if someone's like blue bouncy ball and you close your eyes, you can't like imagine or conjure the image of like a blue bouncy ball in your head.
Run 3983 says he had us describe pictures because Molly was ska.
Molly was ska. Ska. It's a form of music. I bet you're talking about.
Says I'm the one that did all of the interior renovations and redesigned of my house. Our secondary unit as my wife is bad with spatial awareness for some reason, even though she can.
That's I think what Mateo was about to say. Molly.
Sol 2225 says, do you imagine things that you haven't seen before and like most of us?
Okay, you know what? I knew where that was going. I don't know how. I just knew where I'd hit the cancel button before that thing even started reading because I felt like I knew where that was going. So I got that one out of there. Go intuition. But yeah, I can like if I haven't seen it before, I guess if someone told me there was a green alien monster that just came out of a spaceship, then I would just, I would do my best to imagine it. And again, I don't know if I'd get it right. It's kind of like what I talk about with tie-dye, like why I like tie-dye, because I can imagine it. I can basically imagine it if I have a black and blue tie-dye shirt. I can kind of imagine it however I want, and I'm not necessarily going to be wrong. So, but yeah, when I'm out with Nisha and she describes, there's a lot of murals and paintings around Oceanside, the next town over to me, and she'll describe them. And I'm sure that I'm not imagining it exactly right, but I can definitely picture it in my head. I picture something in my head, and I'm glad I can't imagine going blind and not being able to picture anything in my head. Like that would be. I wouldn't like that at all. Oh, and Mateo was saying, yeah, Molly told me, it was like 3 years ago, I guess, when she was out here. I think she was here in 23, and she told me, she's like, you will forget colors. I'm like, that's terrible. She went blind, like lost all her eyesight when she was just a kid, and mine went away probably like 7-8 years ago. And she's like, oh yeah, enough time hasn't passed yet, but you'll forget colors.
Picture something,
like,
but barely, like it's kind of dull. If that makes sense, it's not like I see a clear image as if I was there.
Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I mean, I can very clearly, like, it's funny, like with my eyes open and trying to look at stuff, I can't see anything. But if I start like imagining stuff or, close my eyes, just kind of get myself in the zone, I can like totally see stuff like quite clearly. I actually, because I built this studio, this room, this office, when I had at least some eyesight, like I sit in this room and basically know where stuff is, like, and I can picture it. But Banana described this couch to me too. And like, I can imagine the doorway over there and the white door with the purple foam in front of it. And my guitar is over there. And if this camera's on, if I didn't knock it off, I got my surfboard over there and the picture of the Pegasus over there. And, one of the reasons I had Petey the Penguin made up is so that I could actually know what our own mascot looked like. And so, I got him in the mail, and I was able to grab Petey the Penguin and give him a big hug and feel his big eyebrows, which apparently is actually just a crown. There's my 7:30 alarm, meaning I got to get to a session in a couple of minutes. So yeah, I do have the ability to imagine all sorts of stuff in my noggin. I do have to get to a session in a few minutes. So I appreciate your guys' Let's see. I appreciate you guys hanging with me this morning. Tried to get here early to do like a full hour and a half, and of course we spent like 5 minutes of stupid technical issues. But I appreciate anybody.
Xander Olivier just wondering. I'm new to your channel. Who is
Alexander
Banana?
Olivier J says,
That's my
just
wife.
wondering. I'm
Oops.
new to your channel. Who is Banana?
Theblin does. Peter.
The blind husband says thank you.
We appreciate
Peter,
Sam.
We appreciate Sam.
Sam the chicken. Why do I feel like I have two voices going at once, and I don't know why. Well, another technical thing I can figure out in a little bit. I will leave the chat up while I walk over there and hit the end stream button for the second time today.
2204 says, okay, Pete, bye. This was fun.
Thanks, Abdullah. Appreciate your stopping by. We'll have a video getting posted in about 2.5 hours on YouTube. I forget what it is today. Oh, it's my story of working janitorial work back when I was in high school.
Says bye-bye all.
Bye-bye, all. Thank you, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow evening around 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific. Thanks for joining me this morning.
Adma Tetragram 3983 says, have a great day, y'all.